Are you an African? And do you love history? Do you want to know about your past? Follow my page here on TikTok, Ebenezer Heru. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Ebenezer Heru. Follow my page on Facebook, Heru, Son of Amen. Now, let us learn. Did you know that it is because Africans are blinded by the religions and ideologies of their former slave and colonial masters? They have failed to know their past. Their past was written for them by their oppressors. When the oppressor penned down your history, you become a slave in his textbooks, while the oppressor is seen as your master. It is only people who don't know their history that will allow their roads and streets to be named after their slave masters. Many African cities are named after their former colonial and slave masters. In Nigeria, for example, a city named Port Harcourt is named after an European pedophile and a sex predator who raped innocent children, both boys and girls, just to satisfy his sexual desires. The truth is that in the year 1909, coal, C-O-A-L, was discovered in Enugu, a resourceful state of the eastern part of Nigeria. The then colonial governor of Nigeria, in the person of Lord Lugard, needed to explore, exploit, and export this resource. To achieve this, in the year 1912, the colonial governor general established a seaport in the riverine areas of what we call today River States. This is also another resourceful state in the south-south region of the Nigerian Federation. The seaport became a commercial center where trade and other economic activities were carried out. Now, in the year 1913, Lord Lugard met a former British colonial secretary of state in the person of Louis Harcourt. In honor and respect for him, Lord Lugard named the seaport after Louis Harcourt. He called it Port Harcourt. This was how the name Port Harcourt came into existence in Nigeria. The fact remains that Louis Harcourt was a pedophile and a sex predator who had uncontrollable sexual desires. He raped little young boys and girls. This is the man named after one of the biggest cities in Nigeria. In Calabar, the capital city of Cross River State in Nigeria, a street is named after this brutal and tyrannical former colonial master in the person of Lord Lugard. They call it the Lugard Street. You can go now and confirm in Calabar. There are lots of streets named after our oppressors, like the Victoria Island in Lagos. Now, who was Queen Victoria? She was the Queen of the United Kingdom, a woman who benefited massively and immensely from the outrageous enslavement of innocent African people. We should understand that Lord Lugard was the man who brought curse on the innocent people of what is called today Nigeria. For the political and economic interests of the British, they amalgamated a people who never voted to live as a state. This is the genesis of the disease eating this country called Nigeria. Today, the issues of tribalism, ethnocentrism, and regional jingoism has become the political culture of the Nigerian state. Agitation for secession has become a cankerworm, destroying the country. The aim of colonialism is to destroy and exploit the African economy. The exploitation of the resources of the colonies. All the roads and railways built in Nigeria and other African countries were built not for the development of Africa, but to facilitate the exploitation of the resources of the African countries. Remember, the roads built in the northern part of Nigeria, the eastern part of Nigeria, and the western part of Nigeria were built to exploit the groundnut in the north, the palm oil in the east, and the cocoa in the west. The aim of colonialism is to exploit the economic resources of the colonial people. We have to wake up and know our history, people of the sun.